went to college nearby, I continued to come on the lot and try to become a director. Universal sort of is my birthplace. This is a place I consider my first home, and I love it here, and I keep coming back.
Not the only Oscar-winning director film here. We have also had fellow Oscar winner and director Peter Jackson here. Now, Peter Jackson is probably most famous around these parts for bringing us back one of our most infamous characters, King Kong.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up in that. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island. We really put a lot of thought into the character and personality of Kong, and he's so much more than a monster. In fact, he's not a monster. He is an incredibly majestic, ancient creature. He's a force of nature. He's old, he's wise, he's proud, he's fierce, and obviously he has a heart. The most important feature with Kong are his eyes. Kong's eyes are wonderfully expressive. They're full of emotion. His eyes are like a window into his personality and his heart. He's had an enormous number of encounters with his foes, the T-Rexes and the various dinosaurs on Skull Island, so he's been beaten up, scarred, chewed up, spat out by these dinosaurs at various times, and he wears the scars of a lot of ancient battles. The Universal Tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife of Skull Island.
And now, welcome to Skull Island. hang on to them. We'll get rid of them once we get off at the very end. And that epic battle was projected onto the largest digital 3D screen in the world, standing over 40 feet tall and 180 feet long, and utilized one of the most advanced technology in filmmaking today. It was designed by Peter Jackson and a team over at Weta Digital. Now, the filmmakers at Weta have won 5 Academy Awards and worked on movies like King Kong, The Lord of the Rings trilogy, and even Avatar.
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions, there's creatures coming at them, they're seeing colors from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know what people are looking. They're looking straight ahead, they're looking at the shots we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts. Because it's one giant shot, and this tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away.
We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience is a hell of a ride.
Now, you might have seen that our very own Studio Tour tram was featured as part of King Kong 360 3D. When you see a vehicle up there on the screen in either a television show or a movie, we call them picture cars. And here at Universal, we have some of the most famous picture cars that have ever been put on the screen, and we're going to drive by some of them right now on your left-hand side are these cars. So everybody get your cameras. It's a great photo opportunity for you. We only ask that you remain seated as we drive by the cars. Please stay in your seats. We do want to keep this tram in motion.
Которые носят фильмах снимаются. Подписаны, да, в каком фильме снимались?
And director Steven Spielberg even used some of his picture cars to transport us all to a jungle island off of the coast of Costa Rica. But you know what? I've got a good feeling that you have definitely all heard of this place. Say hello to some of the A-list celebrities from the Jurassic Park show. That's right, guys. We keep the dinosaurs here just in case we need them for another installment. Jurassic Park is coming to the big screen. It is called Jurassic World. Keep your eyes peeled for a release date. That is definitely one sequel you do not want to miss. Now, weather played an important part in all the Jurassic Park films to create the right kind of mood and feel for a given scene. But how do we create weather here in sunny Southern California? It's just the same old boring sunshine day in, day out. Man, it's rough living here, let me tell you. Well, let's see what we have on the forecast. We have with us the Today Show's Al Roker. So, Al, what do you got?
Hi, everybody. Here's today's forecast for the Universal Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry in 6 Points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Little York. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street, and we've got a high chance of fog and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Island of Love. That's the forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on.
All right, Al, what do you have for us? We have a flash flood warning. Well, that can't be right. Take a look outside, everybody. You can see there are blue skies, and there's rain. Okay. You know what? Don't worry though, okay? These tram cars here, they are all completely 5% waterproof, so we're gonna be just fine. And rain doesn't last long in Southern California anyway. So I'm sure any second now this rain is gonna move right on out here. You watch, you'll see. Yep, just keep watching. Like I said, any second now it's gonna move right on out of here. You guys that's there is a flash flood. It's headed for the tram. Everybody take cover. Ta-da! Weather. That's all we gotta do, guys. There's nothing to it. Now we actually use that exact same flash flood effect for a movie called Big Fat Lie, which stars Paul Giamatti, Amanda Bynes, and Frankie Muniz. You can't outrun the wall, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that. That movie Big Fat Liar film right here in our old Mexico set. Also the film here, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, starring Harrison Ford, Shia LaBeouf, and two-time Oscar winner Kate Blanchett. But let's all now actually jump across the border from old Mexico and take you guys into the heart of the Old West. Welcome now to 6 Points, Texas. And this is where countless Western duels have been filmed over the years. In fact, take a look at your screen. I will show you one of those classic duels done right here inside our very own 6 Points, Texas.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal lot.
I hear this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot you.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now what say you mount up and get out of town while we're getting good?
All right. Well, I'll see you again, fella.
Or you can count on it.
Again. This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Oh, we just have to talk it out, that's all.
Now, you might have noticed from watching a Universal Western film, the stars of these movies always look a little bit larger than life on the screen, don't they? Well, that has a lot to do with how they built the sets there in 6 Points, Texas. Many of the doorways are actually constructed to be built a little bit smaller than normal, so the cowboys stand in them, they look bigger and stronger than they actually are. However, big or small, many of the most famous Western stars most down those streets, stars like Audie Murphy, Jeff Bridges, Jimmy Stewart, and the Duke himself, John Wayne. Now, we don't just use those illusions to make our cowboys look bigger and stronger. We also use illusions to film our actors underwater. In fact, I would look over to your right-hand side. Now you can see we have our very own little lagoon here. Now, our lagoon looks pretty quiet and calm these days. However, it's had some dark times. That is where the creature from the Black Lagoon first got its start, as well as where Norman Bates hid the cars of his victim in Psycho. Now, what about when filming up above the water on the high seas? Well, director Peter Jackson used the art of miniatures when filming his actors on the high seas for the movie King Kong. And we are going to be driving by 2 of the miniatures right now, everybody. Here we go. Okay, well, guys, looks as though our road has actually been completely flooded over here, so I need everybody's help, okay? There's a bit of a tradition here on the Backlot Tour. On the count of 3, I need you all to yell at the top of your lungs, "Part the waters!" Can we do that? Let's give it a try. Ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, see, was it enough? Did they do it? You guys did. The water is now partying before our very eyes. Good job. My last tour, it took them 3 times to get that water going. You guys are awesome. Now, as I was saying, we're going to be driving by 2 of the miniatures that Peter Jackson used. We have the miniature versions of Skull Island, as well as the SS Venture, which is the boat in the movie. But we are going to be taking you down below sea level here, so if you have anything placed on the floor of the tram, you might want to pick those items up and put them on your lap. There's a good chance that things may get wet here as we venture back to Skull Island. Everybody get those cameras back out because you can actually play a filmmaker here. This is a view very similar to the same one Peter Jackson had when he filmed King Kong using these miniatures. It's a very similar perspective. And now we can take a look at your screens. You can see how Peter Jackson did position his cameras just right spot to make those miniatures look and feel extremely lifelike on the big screen. And we can all see how the crew used the water around the boat to make those very realistic wave effects. And this is what it ended up looking like for you. But when filming on the water, you've got to be careful about one thing. That's right, guys. Ducks, they will ruin your take any day. Alright, now we're going to swim our way right out of Skull Island, and we're going to wind up right in Spain, Germany, Italy, any country in Europe we want to. These are our little Europe sets. And this is where movies like the Pirates of the Caribbean film. That's right, guys, this is used as Port Royal for the Pirates of the Caribbean, starring Johnny Depp. But we are now coming upon that quiet zone I talked about earlier. Again, the Hallmark Channel Home and Family is filming here on our backup. We're going to be driving right by their set. It will be on your left-hand side in a very modern house. So you can take pictures as you want, smile, wave to anybody you see, but I do have to off the microphone now. I will be back with you guys again shortly. Alright everybody, I am back and we have now taken you inside one of our sound stages. This one is sound stage 50 and they use it mostly for all of the action films that get shot here on the lot. This is a great example of what it looks like. Okay, you all felt that crazy to try to shake it around a little bit. Okay everybody, it appears we are experiencing an earthquake. Everybody just remain calm, stay in your seats, hold on to your volume nice and tight. We're just going to have to ride this one out together. the wordsmith. Woo! Wait, do you guys hear water? I hear water. That was Earthquake, the big one. How did we all do? Y'all make that okay? Everybody still with moving around. Great, give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it. You just survived your first California earthquake, and I guarantee you it will not be your last. Now, we actually use those exact same mechanical effects for an episode of Bones, which stars David Boreanaz and Emily Bates. Now, table your screen. Let's see how it played out on that particular episode. You guys, that earthquake took a lot out of me, so I'm gonna do what you all decided to do and take a vacation in what better place than Amity Island. Now, there have been rumors of another giant man eating a shark too, but don't worry, they got my buddy George. He's in the water right now. George is actually looking for that shark that's supposed to be swimming around down here, so let's have a little look, see how he's doing out there. Say, George, how does it look out there in the water? So any sharks out there lately, George? Oh, wait a second, there is a shark out there, you know. I don't think George knows of a shark, you guys. We should warn him. Hey, George, wait, there he is. George, there's a shark coming right for you there, bud. Well, George, you okay? Yeah, maybe you didn't hear me. Try again. George, you all right? Said a yes? No, he could be fine. We don't know. I mean, George is a real fighter, that guy. He might pull out one of these. In the meantime, we're going to park this tramp right here behind these flammable gasoline tanks, and what could possibly go wrong? Alright, does anybody see the shark out there in the water? Not a good sign if we can't find him. You never know where he is going to come popping up at. Now, in reality, Bruce, which is the name of the mechanical shark they use in Jaws, Bruce was as much of a terror off-screen as he was on-screen. In fact, the first day of filming, Bruce sank right into the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. And that prompted the crew of his follow production to mix things